up guys, my name is Cece and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be bringing you guys another Cooking with Cece, and I will be making crockpot roast beef. Now this is a very delicious recipe, and it's also for those who are at work or they just don't have time to cook and they're just going through it. So if you guys want to know how I make this very delicious crockpot roast beef, just keep on watching. So first we're going to start off with our roast beef. Next up we have the beef broth, and I used about 3 cups of that. And next up I have some chopped garlic. I did use the whole bottle, which was probably about 2 or 3 teaspoons. Up next, I did have some seasoned olive oil, which I did help to flavor the roast beef. That wasn't the only thing I used though. And you guys know that you can't have roast beef in the crock pot without 4 red potatoes. And you have to get those vegetables in, so I used 1 bag of orange carrots. You can use whatever vegetables you want. Those are just the ones I used. And finally, we have the sauce that I cannot name. Whisk. You guys know, it makes it taste better, okay? Something I did forget to mention though is I do season the meat before I sear it in the pan. I use salt, pepper, cayenne pepper, paprika, all the seasonings. You gotta make it taste good. So now that you have properly seasoned your meat, the next thing to do is sear it. And I did put olive oil in the pan. This is my special blend of olive oil where I kind of DIY'd it, and I put garlic with a bunch of herbs in there, and I let it steep in there for a while until I felt the flavor was really good. And of course guys, the clip is sped up, but I did cook until it was browned on each side, which took about 4 to 5 minutes approximately on each side. So after your meat is done cooking, remember guys, we are not going to be cooking this all the way through. We're just browning it on both sides. We're going to take that roast beef and we're going to put it into the crock pot along with all the other ingredients. So while the roast beef is in the crock pot, we are going to be searing up some chopped garlic, and this was just the rest of the garlic that I had left from my bowl, which I said before was about 2 teaspoons. And of course you guys should know why I'm doing this. It's just to add some more flavor to the pot, because flavor is everything, and if you don't have flavor, you don't have anything. And to the pot we add the now roasted garlic. And of course we're going back to the pot, and we're going to be adding 3 cups of the beef broth, and of course we're going to be scraping up the burnt parts of the pan because that's extra flavor as well. Next up we are chopping up some potatoes, and of course red potatoes are my absolute favorite because they're soft when they're cooked, and I feel like they're the best ones for roast beef, and they just grab on to the sauce, and I just love it so much. And of course it is time to assemble, so I'm putting all of my red potatoes in along with my carrots. And of course we're going to be using the most flavorful part in this recipe, which is the beef broth that has been seared in the pan with all the good stuff in the bottom. And we're just going to pour that in, and we're going to let it sit for 8 hours on low. and it is 8 hours later. So you see that roast beef has been shrunken. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling it apart, and you see that the potatoes and the carrots are just fall apart, and that's how you know that it's good. And I just love it so much. And this is the finished product. So that's pretty much all that I have for this video for you guys. I absolutely loved making this. But make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!